Ninja Buddy. First time. Whoever. Yeah. 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 Somebody.
What it is, YouTube, you know what it is, man. It's your boy Kong with his WWE Raw review, the first 2 hours only. I'm not gonna finish the whole show. Well, I'm gonna watch the rest of the show. It's just I'm not gonna do a review of it. So it's gonna be the first 2 hours, man. Got a lot of notes to get to. We gonna talk about some stuff. You know what I'm saying? All right. So Raw was live from Toledo, Ohio tonight. Um, so they're getting ready for their go home. Well, this is considered their go home show for Clash at the Castle this Saturday from Ireland. The time is different. I don't know what the time is over there compared to when it's going to be over here. But they're going to be in Ireland this Saturday. So Raw starts off with Drew McIntyre in the middle of the ring. Well, comes out to the ring and he shoots his promo for the match versus him and Damian Priest this Saturday. Um, and he's talking, you know. Then he gets interrupted by Damian Priest and the Judgment Day. They come out to the ring and they do their, you know, their verbal back and forth, whatnot. And then it sets up for a match McIntyre, between Finn Balor and McIntyre uh, later on tonight. So I guess that's part of the third hour. So just make sure y'all check that out. Um, then they did a segment where Judgment Day comes out. Well, they're already out there, and then Liv Morgan comes out and continues to flirt with uh, Dom, which he has a ugly mustache. I do not like that mustache. I wish WWE would tell him or let him shave that mustache. It's crazy. It is crazy. So Liz comes out and makes her move on Dom. Dom is acting like he's not interested and no, so forth. So then that happens. That happens. And then they go to break. When they come back from break, they have their first match, which is Io Sky against Lyra Van Curia. Um, and the match was a good match. Match was a good match. Um, it would have been a better match if Damage Control was not involved. And again, Damage Control was involved in the result of the match due to their interference. But it was some good back and forth on both sides. It was, yeah, it was a good match. I would, you know, if I was going to rate it 1 through 5, I'll give it a 3.5. It was decent. It was decent. Um, Io Sky, one of the highlights, Io Sky hits her with a beautiful moonsault on from the inside of the ring to the out ringside. And and for her, she's the princess of the sky, so of course she wins with the help of Damage Control, though. The next one is so they're backstage and Sami Zayn runs into Maxine Dupree, Tozawa, and Otis, and trying to talk them into, hey, what Chad is doing to you is not right. Um, he treats you like you're not a person. And if you've been watching, you'll notice that Otis has kind of been attacking Sami Zayn the last few weeks at Chad Gable's request, though. You can see that Otis is always conflicted when asked to do something. that he doesn't agree with. But now we're starting to see that. I'm thinking that he's starting to like it. And that was the thing that Chad Gable was saying about this is the mean, my version of Otis, who's this mean, doesn't care who he hurts or anything like that. I can see it. I can see it. I always thought that Otis, after a while, was going to, stick up for himself, but as you can see, not. Um, I really, first of all, I don't know why they got Tozawa in the Alpha Academy. He doesn't wrestle. Um, he used to do funny, things backstage, but as of lately, I don't see why he's there. Maxine, I believe if they're not in Alpha Academy, I believe that they will be probably sitting at home. Um, but so the main two people in the Alpha Academy is, like I said, Chad Gateway and Otis. So we're gonna see how that turns out. Because Sammy and Chad, they have a match this Saturday at Clash at the Castle with and the title is on the line. So the title is going to be online, of course. And we'll see how that goes, man. We're definitely gonna see how that goes, man. And we're gonna get into the second match, man. The second match was Rey Mysterio. It was a six-man match, six-man tag match. You have Rey Mysterio, Braun Strowman, and Dragon Lee on one side against Judgment Day, uh, JD McDonough, and JD McDonough and what's his name? I just said it. Dom Mysterio and Carlito. It was an okay match. Um, at times it got a little sloppy. It did get a little sloppy. But of course, this is what you're going to get. Not the sloppiness you're going to get, but it's a lot of high flying and jumping around and so forth. So it was a good match with a lot of flying around, technical moves. They went to break. When they came back from break, it was, Rey Mysterio and Carlito in the ring. Um, just your normal Ray's trying to get in the tag Strowman, and the they're doing everything they can to make sure that he doesn't make the tag, and it's just the same typical. And then after a while, they were able to get they were able to get tag Strowman in. He does his thing where he gets out of the ring and runs around and knocks everybody over. Gets back in the ring. Um, Once he got into the match, it was pretty much over. Liv did come back out ringside and tried to did interfere with the match by distracting Mysterio Dom. And it was funny because Dom was on the top of the ring and then Selena Vega comes out of nowhere and hits Dom in the back. He flies off the ring and lands. No, no, that's not it. Okay, no, it was that. It wasn't that. It was Liv got up on the ring and was flirting with Dom. Dom got down. Selena then attacks Liv from behind. She flies into Dom, who's now on the side of the ring, and then he catches her, and then like it's like literally her sitting on him or whatnot. And Selena comes over and attacks Liv, and then that was pretty much they tag. Like I said, they tag in Braun. He does this thing where he runs around. They hit a move, Dragon Lee's move, off of Strowman's shoulders, and the winner is Braun, Ray, and Dragon Lee. So then they go into the segue between now and earlier in the night. there was a QR code that popped up again. If you've been watching the WWE lately, they have had these QR codes that's been popping up on the screen with glitches and once you pause it at a certain angle, there's usually a QR code that you can go to. So basically, they're starting the storyline with um, Bray's brother Dallas. If you didn't know, Bray Wyatt was wrestler that passed not too long ago. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. That was my favorite wrestler. Like, like it tore me up. Like it literally tore me up. Because I love wrestling. And but anyways, they go to these QR codes are is basically they're finna start up another faction or another. They're carrying on Bray Wyatt's vision for what he had planned coming up, and it was kind of cool if you watch the show, the Bray Wyatt special on Peacock. If you haven't seen it, definitely go ahead and check that out. Because towards the end, you know, Bray has some big plans that never was able to come to fruition. So they're starting to do his brother Bo. Now, if you know, he's when Bray was alive, it was Bray and then it was Uncle Howdy. We all knew that Bo was Uncle Howdy. So we're after he died, everything just died out. But then stuff started happening like these glitches in the screen. At first, it would be very subtle, and then as the weeks it got a little bit more noticeable, and even to the point to where the broadcasting people they didn't even mention it. But now that these QR codes are coming in a little bit more clearer, now they're starting to talk about it. So I'm hoping that we are close to a reveal. Um, I'm not going to say I'm impatient, but it's going on 2 months now. These glitches and these QR codes and the Twitch, um, going to the Twitch and watching the videos and you know, hey, a lot of people love it. Then they can see it going on a little bit longer. I personally can't. I want to get to the the unveil. I want to see how people are going to react. I want to see it because I want to see the vision of what Bray Wyatt had planned. You know what I mean? I think it's really, really, really a great thing that the WWE has, really had the back of Bo Dallas, Bray, and then Bray's wife, and then the Bray's best friend. You know, I, and the WWE have been doing like some amazing things with dealing with the family of Bray Wyatt. Is like all their sales that for Bray Wyatt's merchandise, they get a big lump sum of that. JoJo, she put a video out, um, and it's done crazy streams and just crazy, you know. But that's all due to wrestling fans. She put out a song and dedicated to Bray, and it's like I said, it's doing well. It's doing well. Um, but you don't before I would say that if Vince was still in charge, none of that would be happening. None of this QR codes, none of these, trying to bring Bray's, his mind back to not mind, but his vision back to the WWE. I don't think Vince once that happened. I don't think Vince was so. I'm glad that Vince is out of there and Triple H is back running the show. And I'm glad that he has reached out to because it's a special story that can be told. It was very intricate. It had to do with other members, other wrestlers, and it was just an amazing thing that we were starting to see, and then it just got cut short. Um, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, so next is the segue between Miz and he's looking for R-Truth. If you if you don't know, Miz and R-Truth are the tag team champions on Raw, and it's a whole comedy skit, which is funny because R-Truth is hilarious. Anything you have R-Truth in is going to be hilarious. Like, dude is funny. I can't. He's funny. You know what I mean? He's funny. Uh, so then Miz finds Truth, and then it sets up the match that they have later on tonight. Uh, uh, R-Truth, Miz versus AOP, which is the Authors of Pain, um, carrying crosses. That's their little faction that they have. Um, so we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. I'll check it out. If y'all, while I'm going through this, if y'all have any opinions, just go ahead and drop it in the comments and everything like that. I like to hear y'all feedback on things in wrestling, or what you guys think about what's going on in wrestling. If y'all like the direction that the WWE is going now, stuff like that, just drop it in the comments. Next come out, my favorite two girls, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. I look like I've always had a I always had a crush on Jade Cargill since she was at AEW. Uh, she's she's a beast. When she was with AEW, she just needed to be polished, like her mic skills and just the media part of it. Wrestling, she's a beast. She is a beast, and I love the fact that they teamed her up with Bianca Belair. That is a crazy team, y'all. That is a crazy team, and I hope that they do not break them up anytime soon. My thing is, be, Jay Cargill was a Jay Cargill was a heel. She was a bad guy when she was AEW. She's a face now, which she's a good guy basically. Um, Bianca has never been a heel or a bad guy. Never. And I that would be such a I would like to see her as a heel for a little bit. So I'm thinking that I don't think that once they break up, which I hope is months from now, even a year from now, I would want to see Bianca turn against Jade. Because like I said, Jade has been a heel. She's a face. Bianca's never been a heel, I don't think, or not even like, or not a true heel. But that was something that I would like to see. That was something I definitely like to see. That was crazy. Um, then we go backstage and we do the promo for Dragunov and Braun Breaker, their match that they had a little bit later, which I'm going to review. It's in the review. It's probably my last match that I reviewed. And they go, they're showing the packages and Braun and then Dragunov. Then they come back and then you have Ricochet, who, from what I understand, will be leaving the WWE once his contract um, is finished. I don't think that he's going to resign. I'm not going to say that's 100% because I just wait until I see it. Until actually see it and he's over there. To me, it's speculation. But a lot of these wrestlers are victims of the Vince McMahon um, era and the way that Vince was booking these crazy matches and just doing stupid stuff, like doing stupid shit. And I think, like I said, I think a lot of wrestlers are a victim of that. Um, they been put booked so poorly that fans stop and like getting invested in what they got going on. Which sucks because Ricochet is a amazing in ring talent. he got the mic skills. He can wrestle his ass off. So I mean, I just wish they would have did more with him. You know. So then we're gonna get into the third match, which was they finally get to the match of Sami Zayn versus Otis, and starts off with Sami Zayn in the match talking about his match at Clash of the Castle against Otis. I mean against Chad Gable. Chad Gable comes out and interrupts. That starts the match between Sami Zayn and Otis when they came back from break. Good, good back and forth. It was good back and forth. You know what I mean? Good, like amazing back and forth. Um, let's see, what did it say? Let's see. So Otis is hammering down on Sami Zayn. You can tell that he's not liking what he's being told to do. Like I said, conflicted, whatever. By the end of the match, you can tell that he kind of started to enjoy. Like I say, he kind of started to enjoy what he had to do or what Chad Gable was making him do. So we'll see what happens. I always thought that Otis was going to eventually come around and realize that it's bullshit and he could do it without Gable. So we'll see what happens. I believe at Clash at the Castle that whole thing is either we're going to see him go completely heel or we're going to see him beat up on Gable. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Um, like I said, Jay Cargill, that was that. Then the last match that I watched, which was an amazing match. If y'all haven't seen it, go back and watch it. They do match. They do WWE does show some of their matches after a few hours on YouTube. But Braun Breaker versus Ilja Dragunov, amazing match. Back and forth, a lot of back and forth. Man, this I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you now, this match is gonna be my five from five. Like it was amazing. Like back and forth inside the ring, outside the ring, you know, suplexes out of crazy suplexes, man. Like Dragunov hit breaker with um they call it Suplex City with three. So he hit him with three German suplexes. Uh, then they going back and forth outside the ring. The announce table gets used. Breaker hits Dragunov with a spear on the inside. Dragunov rolls out. Breaker hits Dragunov with the spear outside the ring. Uh, and Dragunov was able to get back into the ring before the referee counted to 8. Then Braun Breaker hits him with a third spear inside the ring, and 1, 2, 3, match is done. That was my review for the first 2 hours of Raw. I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's a certain, like I said, there's a certain thing that you like about the show, go ahead and drop it down in the comments. Anything you want to talk about, it's going to be in the comment. Just go ahead and drop it in the comments. You already know what it is. And that's it, man. That was, like I said, that's the first 2 hours. So the last hour we can talk about in my comment section. Other than that, I'm out. Peace.